Figure 1 shows a sketch of the curve with equation y equals 2 over x, with x not equal to 0. The curve C has equation y equals 2 over x minus 5, with x not equal to 0. And the line L has equation y equals 4x plus 2. Sketch and clearly label the graphs of C and L on a single diagram. On your diagram, show clearly the coordinates of the points where C and L cross the coordinate axes. Write down the equations of the asymptotes of the curve C and find the coordinates of the points of intersection of y equals 2 over x minus 5 and y equals 4x plus 2. So that's the question. Then I've got it summarized here. So the first thing to do is sketch C and L then. So we've got this, and then we shift it down 5, don't we, to get C. So the heights have to be shifted down 5 units. So that was the original sketch. So I'll try and sketch it with a digital pen then. Here. Oops. So we're going to shift it down 5 units, aren't we? There's the x-axis, there's the y. Here's 0. And basically, it came down here before, but it's going to flatten out. Instead of flattening out at 0, it's going to flatten out at the line minus 5, isn't it? That height is minus 5. So you basically drop the curve. I've got a digital pen, so I'll do it with the dashed lines. So there's that part there. And then on the other side, it's all shifted down, so vertically by 5 units, isn't it? So this one goes down here against the axes. And this curve now is y equals x over 2 minus 5. So that's that one. Okay, so L, line L, gradient 4, intercept 2. Gradient 4, intercept 2 would be something here, wouldn't it? So I'll mark off 2, and then I'll try and draw a straight line as best I can. With this digital pen, I'll use a dashed line again, because it's difficult to draw a straight line with these pens. And this is the straight line then. Y equals 4x plus 2. I think it was, wasn't it? Let's just double check that. 4x plus 2. Gradient 4, intercept 2. So we've sketched C and L then, showing the coordinates where C and L crosses the axes. So let's look at the coordinates then. Well, first of all, this coordinate here is 0, 2. That's where it crosses the axis. This coordinate here, well, when y is 0, x needs to be minus a half, doesn't it? So minus a half is the x value, and this is 0. When y is 0, x is minus a half, because this will then become 0. So we've got that coordinate. This one crosses it here. So when does this equal 0? Well, that tells us move the 5 over, x over 2 equals 5. And that tells us that x equals 10. So this coordinate here is the value 10 on 0. And it doesn't cut the axes, the y-axis anywhere else, does it? Okay, so we've indicated the points, the coordinates where C and L cross the axes. Write down the asymptotes of C. So part B. So the asymptotes of C are y equals minus 5. And the other one is this one here, when x is 0, isn't it? So those are the two asymptotes. Find the coordinates where C and L meet. So let's do part C. So x over 2 rather. No, sorry. This should be 2 over x, shouldn't it? Just labelled it wrong. 2 over x. So 2 over x minus 5 is equal to 4x plus 2. So that tells us multiply by x all the way through then, but we could move this over first, couldn't we? Well, let's just multiply by x all the way through. 2 minus 5x equals multiplied by x, 4x squared plus 2x. So what have we got then? Move everything onto one side. Now we've got 4x squared. Move the minus 5x to be with the 2 to make 7x's. Move the 2 over to minus 2. Okay, so we've moved the minus 5 to plus 5. 2 plus 5 is 7. Move the 2 over to minus 2 equals 0. Right, let's try and factorize it then. So, 2 ones it has to be. 2 ones. And this has got to be 4 ones, because otherwise it would be even, wouldn't it? So, 4 hopefully goes there, and x goes there, and the difference would be 7. So this is a plus, this is a minus. I think that's okay. So let's just double check it. 4x squared plus 8 minus 1 lots of x is 7x. Minus times plus is a minus, 2 ones are 2. So that tells us then, this one tells us x is a quarter, and this one tells us x must equal minus 2. So that was the solution for x, where C and L meet. So x is a quarter here, and we'll get the y value, and x is minus 2 would be this point here, wouldn't it? So when x equals 1 quarter, y is equal to, let's use the equation 4x plus 2. 4 times a quarter plus 2. 4 quarters plus 2, that's 1 plus 2 is 3. And when x equals minus 2, y is equal to 4 times minus 2 plus 2, isn't it? Minus 8 plus 2 is minus 6. Chords are then? Well, it would be 1 quarter and 3 and minus 2 and minus 6. And that's in keeping with our sketch. Okay, I've just double checked the paper and looked through it again, and because I wrote this wrongly, I worked out this value wrongly because this was 2 over x. So I need to change this and just want to double check it. So it's 2 over x. So 2 over x then will equal 5. So 2 over x, and then move the x up and move the 5 down. X will equal 2/5. So let's put that in there. So that needs changing, doesn't it? So that's 2/5. And so this coordinate here that we've specified is not 10, but 2/5. So apologies for that. It's because I wrote this down wrong when I was looking at the graph here, mistakenly. So I think that's okay now.